is Silke Friesendorf. I'm with ARNEC, it's the Asia Pacific Regional Network for Early Childhood. We're very happy to be here, especially early childhood is very, as we all know, preaching to the converted, the foundation for life, and out-of-school children, and we need to also think about early childhood development. I'd like to introduce Rachel Machevsky from UNICEF EPRO. She's the ECD specialist who's more or less the technical expert also on the scales that I will be talking about. So I'm introducing the East Asia Pacific ECD Scales, which we have developed in collaboration with mainly UNICEF and then Hong Kong University and OSF. Yeah. So a quick few minutes about ARNEC. We're a regional network for early childhood. We're based in Singapore. It came out of a UNESCO, UNICEF and Plan International Policy Review in 2006. And we have steering committee members, executive committee members, and a board of directors. We have 1,890 members, 16 institutional members, and we cover 47 countries within Asia Pacific. So I would really urge you, if you're interested, to sign up to ARNEC, to become a member. Membership is free. You can see me outside or see me later, and then you will receive information on early childhood events and announcements. We concentrate on knowledge generation, advocacy, information sharing, capacity building, and partnership building. As I mentioned, the scales that I'm talking about quickly today is a collaborative effort by University of Hong Kong, UNICEF, ARNEC, and OSF. Now, what's the background? Why did we decide to develop the scales? It's to equip stakeholders across East Asia and the Pacific with a common measurement tool to assess the holistic development of children, ranging from 3 to 5. And it's unique in the way that it is a tool that does not use Western concept. It's culturally adapted. And these are some of the criteria we have used. There were no globally accepted tests for ECD. And as I mentioned, it's culturally and contextually appropriate assessment of ECD is important to monitor the child development, especially in the context of poor school readiness and learning, track the development of vulnerable and at-risk children, and analyze the impact of early childhood policies and programs. I don't have too much time to go into the whole phases and the structure and the process. It started in 2010, so it was quite a few years in 3 phases that we used. I should mention the countries: Cambodia, Laos, Mongolia, Philippines, Thailand, Vanuatu, and Vietnam. These are the countries that the scales were implemented in and tested and really used in on physical hygiene, language skills, cognitive and basic concept, emotional, social learning. I'll just show you briefly here. So this is the process, and it went into trials. There was a lot of time that Hong Kong University and UNICEF also spent on developing the scales in the field. Some of the items that were used, some of the assessment tools. And the sampling was done with 7,634 children. So 4,215 girls, and by age, location, and gender in each country. We also interviewed the parents, and these are some of the country teams and Hong Kong University experts. They were translated into the different languages too. So I want to really talk about the main findings now. Older children did better than younger children across the domains. Girls did better than boys, of course. Children whose mothers had higher levels of education did better than other children, and children who attended early childhood programs did better than those who did not. Now, this is very important when we talk about out-of-school children. So children attending those early childhood programs really did much better in those scales, so the results are there. And children from urban families did significantly better than children from rural families in Cambodia, China, Mongolia, and Timor-Leste, although it was the other way around in Papua New Guinea and Vanuatu, which is quite interesting. Yeah, so the attendance and the quality of early childhood program had a significant impact on early childhood development. Children who attended such programs scored 6.43 percentage points higher than those who did not, especially with a learning parent engagement in early learning related activities at children at home. So it's really important to see the quality and the access to early childhood programs that really came out of the assessment tools. There are recommendations that we need to make clear from the scales. Priority number 1, use these findings to impact policy decisions in terms of investment in factors that correlate with early childhood development. Invest in early childhood education programs, as children who attend preschool in a country have better outcomes than those who do not in that same country. Invest in narrowing developmental gaps between children in rural and urban areas. And denote parental education as an early childhood intervention. Allocate resources to promote both parent education and training in formal education. Invest in building the capacity of in-country teams to conduct evaluation research, thereby improving the quality and representation of the body of knowledge. And capitalize on this unprecedented data set from the East Asia and Pacific region. I'd like to mention that the full country report is a big report, I couldn't bring it, is available online, as well as all the country briefs from the 6 countries. And at the moment, we're currently developing a shortened version of the scale, which is a more compact version with 33 items, specifically constructed for the East Asian Pacific region. And they assess children directly. And if you're interested in some of the country adaptations that were used in the scales, here's just some pictures from the different countries and how they adapted. The scales can be used for population level assessments, tracking progress at a national level, examining inequities within countries as a function of factors such as location or ethnicity, and making comparisons among countries if desired. If you're interested, please do get in touch with ARNEC or UNICEF on if you need to know further information on the scales or on the shortened version of the scales. Yeah, and I think that's about it. Rachel, did you want to add anything? No? Okay, that was short and sweet, right?
Great, yeah.
Thank you.